Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming. Today I'm bringing you a Barraskewda deck, which is an underpowered card, but surprisingly fun to play. So the attack that we're interested in is this one water energy attachment Spiral Jet. Does 130 base damage, which, like I said, it's a little bit meh, it's underpowered. As long as you're able to discard 2 water energies from your hand though. If you don't, this attack does completely nothing. So we need to be able to continuously get energy back into our hand, specifically water energy. So the one energy attachment, really easy to power up. We're attacking hopefully for 130 from turn 2, and we really need to hit from turn 2 because we're underpowered, like I mentioned, but we've got a lot of tools that can actually go and get water energies into hand. So we've got this capacious bucket, or however you say it, which allows us to search for 2 water energies from our deck and put it straight into our hand. We've got energy retrieval to go and get it from our discard, so 2 from our discard straight into our hand. We also have fishermen that can go and fetch it from our discard, so 4 of them, but it's a supporter, so it's not ideal, but we do have that to get it. We have a stadium that can go and get water energies back into our hand, or basic energy cards from the discard back into our hand. So we've got a lot of different ways that we can get water energies into our hand to be able to use this attack. And it's only a 1 energy attachment, so if we miss an energy attachment for a turn, it's not so bad. You know, at the start of the game while we're getting ourselves set up, because we're not attacking till turn 2 anyway. In terms of the rest of the deck though, it's just about being as consistent as possible. So we got Jirachi because a lot of these are trainer cards, so item cards in particular. So Jirachi just adds a huge consistency engine to the deck, so we're maxed out on that, as well as the skateboards and switches to be able to get back into our Barraskewdas. But because we're a 1 prize card deck as well, we're actually going to try and take advantage of Oricorio. So Oricorio, if our opponent took out one of our Barraskewdas or something on the previous turn, we can draw 3 cards, which is absolutely massive when you start comboing Oricorio with Jirachi and other pieces. Just to go and get your items and stuff, your capacious buckets, energy retrievals, things like that, to be able to continue just building a massive hand up. And you can see in some of these matches just how huge it can be. We've got a one-off vitality band just because there are times where we need to make up that extra 10. So if we're attacking something that's got 270 HP, for example, we're 2-shotting it if we can get a vitality band on one of those 2 shots. If we're up against a 270 HP Pokemon that we can hit for weakness, we actually need vitality band just to do that, which is kind of hilarious about how underpowered 130 is in the meta. Anything over 270 though, we're 3-shotting, which is hugely bad, but hopefully we can get attacking from turn 2 and be as consistent as possible. 2 boss's orders are here though, because we need to kind of make sure that we're getting the most out of our attacks. It's where Oricorio is really huge for draw, so we can try and draw and use boss's orders in the same turn still. So yeah, we're going with a 2 count of this, and the number of games that 2 boss's orders have been absolutely crucial to being able to get the win is, yeah, huge. So this is the deck list. It's, like I said, underpowered, but it's actually quite fun to play with this card. So I do recommend checking out this deck. But let's get into the games. Alright, better starting hand than last time. And I just realised you're the evolution, not the basic, so maybe not. Alright, terrible starting hand. Atrocious starting hand. So we've got a goon deck. Gonna get Marnied. So I know this is going to get picked off next turn. Research the hand. Not attacking this turn, sadly. I mean, this might as well stay in the front line, honestly. There's no reason to put it to the back line just a minute, is there? Not really. Oops. Does suck that we're going to lose multiple prize cards on turns. We really need to be swinging in on turn 2. We just got a disastrous start. Alright, so this lives, but it's going to die at some stage. So it's not exactly great. Gonna run this, because I think we are going to run the Marnie here. Just hand disrupt a little bit, because I think we need to do whatever we can. Although, maybe not this turn. Just keep his buckets, or whatever it's called, this turn. Grab this one. And you attach here. Retreat out. And then spiral punch. So I'm assuming this Jirachi goes down here. I wouldn't mind him using... Does this one put 1 or 2? If it puts multiple, I wouldn't mind it. If it puts 3 on here, I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, smart move. Setting up these guys for later. What's this hit for? 90. So that's set up beautifully, unfortunately. There's no support of that turn, was there? Yeah, no support of that turn, so we don't want a Marnie just a minute. Pull in an energy card. Might as well get use out of a Jirachi pull as well. Keep this for next turn. Force him to have something. So we'll Spiral Jet. Take the 2 prize cards as well. So we're 2-shotting, he's 2-shotting us, but he's able to 1-shot, he's able to get extra prizes, so that's going to be the big problem in this matchup. Okay, so he's able to knock out this Jirachi here. Fortunately, he's able to get energies back as well. This gives me a 1-shot though. Do I take this opportunity to boss's orders and get this before it's evolved? I think we do, right? I think that's the right decision. Grab this now. Get these out of deck, because then it makes things more efficient. Possibly should have used the switch on this play. So the Spiral Jet. Get rid of that Galarian. So 3 prizes. We're 2-shotting, he's 1-shotting for the next couple, unfortunately. So I now have to set up. Well, we've got to go this way. Just run Cynthia. Probably should have ran Cynthia earlier. Got NG retrieval, luckily. Grab a couple of these back. Grab a water into hands. Put that here. We can wait in the ordinary rod. I think that's the best. Just keep the deck as thin as possible. As long as there's no healing here. Gonna bosses me. Take out the baby before it evolves. Do what I did. Alright, but there's no goons set up. Just a minute. Alright. Are we ordinary rotting or not? I think we have to. It's too important. Am I doing both? I feel like I'm damned if I do, damned if I don't. Am I grabbing both? I think I'm grabbing both of these. Just a minute. We'll grab both of these. We'll now Marnie him. Just because we have to. We've got no other choice. I'm going to drop Jirachi so I can't get into that later. We need at least one NG. That's as a minimum. Copious Buckets does the trick. Just nicely. Hang on. What I could do is I could pull this guy up. Just to give us a bit of extra draw here. Which I feel is insane. Should have actually used this before I did that. Oh well. We'll get this as well. I know that I've just potentially unbricked him, but I was a little bit desperate, so NG attach, Spiral Jet, get rid of that goon. I'm hoping that we've got like an easy KO and then we've got to find ourselves our final boss's orders to get the other final easy KO. That's what we're really hoping for now. So we got the Scooter. Mars missed this. Oh, hit the research, but that might not be the end of the world. We do want to find... I'm surprised it's running Mars of all things. We are running short on resources, just a minute. In that we can get the KO here. But then I'm assuming on the next turn I'm switching. If I switch now, I don't guarantee the KO. I think we get the KO while we've got it, then we switch after. So that's what we'll do. We'll get the KO while we've got it. So now we're down to 1. We've got a research. That's fantastic. So what's this doing? A trainer card from discard into the hand for 1 NG attachment. It's the only one that can last 2 hits. You're lucky I can't get into bosses this turn, but that's really what we're searching for, is another bosses. This is now setting up some... Oh no, we're not going goons anymore. This is actually potentially dangerous if it sets up. How many switches do we have left in deck? Got one board potentially, and that's no guarantee. How many attackers do I need? It's like, do I pull the NGs back out of deck? That's the, like, out of this. I need to put the Scooter back. I think I'll just put one NG back. I don't want to clog things up too much, especially while I'm digging. Am I really running a switch here? No. I think it's too risky. So if I'm not, let's get rid of Mew. Or we could just pull up an Barraskewda. I think that's what we'll do. So we've got the bosses in here. We do have a skateboard in here that we could try and get. But I think that's way too risky at the minute. So we're just going to have to do Professor's Research. Because I want to have this guy under pressure. He's going to have to retreat out. That's what we want. Alright, we got there. Alright. Jirachi first up. Barraskewda. Probably looking at a research turn one, I reckon. Don't know what you do though. Board works even with paralysis, doesn't it? Yeah. Probably don't want to lose that though, because this is really good at getting stuff out of the deck. So I might actually Cynthia. Even though research was probably better. Is this, like I said, can go and get me stuff out of the deck, which is really useful. Am I doing it now? I could get Marnied, that's the only thing. So I think I'll wait, just in case we get the Marnie. I don't know whether he's running that or not. So grab a quick pull, I reckon. We'll just continue grabbing stuff out of the deck. We'll go and get Barraskewda. We don't want Oricorio sitting down just yet. Alright. We're probably actually researching this Capacious Bucket. No, he's going to have to KO straight back on me. So 130, it's alright, we can hit that. Blues Tactics. This is where I'd love a Marnie. Am I really Jirachi pulling to see if I can get a Marnie? I mean, it'd be absolutely insane if I could Jirachi pull into a Marnie, but I think it's too risky, so we've only got 2 Marnie in the deck? 3. We've got 3 Marnie in the deck. Chance of it being in the top 5 is too small. Alright, we'll pull out no Barraskewda. We'll also might actually hold that for this turn. Stellar Wish ourselves. Do we want the Training Court? Probably want Research for next turn, don't we? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that seems good. Alright, we'll treat to you. We'll Water Energy attach to you, and then Spiral Jet. Take out Grap Locked. Unfortunately, he's got a nuts hand. I just feel like Marnie wasn't the play. So we'll have the Revenge hit here. We'll go and get ourselves our Oricorio down. Even though Oricorio is a bit of a worry. Like, if he's got boss's orders just sitting there, Oricorio is not necessarily the greatest to have sitting around. But it's also a great draw. He's got 3 prizes, so I think Oricorio is the right way to go, no matter what here. So we'll go and get ourselves that Oricorio because it's an insane draw. some research. Capacious Bucket. Evo as well. Wouldn't probably mind getting another one of the Barraskewdas down. I don't know if I've still got any, that's the thing. Let's Dance of the Ancients down. Got Boss's orders for the future. Well, I'm going to keep Capacious Bucket just in case I get hand disrupted. In some manner. We need to hit at least once with a 140, so this has to be now. He can't get off the Acme of Heroism this turn, I don't think, because he needs one more. So he'd need 2 NG attachments, so I'd be really shocked if he could. So this is actually a nuts pull this turn. Next turn we need another pre-evolution of whatever you are. I forget what you're called. I'll just put that down just in case I get hand disrupted. Hit him for the 140. It's 4 in deck. Do we see bosses this turn? No. Alright, that's good for me. What does this thing do? Cost 2 more? Oh, wow. That's actually really bad. Alright. He could Octo lock me until he tough swings to buy him time, which is really bad. So actually keeping this hand is better. But only if I can get myself more of these pre-evolutions down, which I can't. We're just going to have to grab this for the moment. I'm going to have to Marnie. I really do think I'm going to have to Marnie here. You might as well go down. Mining for 5 feels bad, but I've still got the Oricorio pull. There's the Barraskewda. Got bosses for next turn, that's good. Although, this attack, the defending Pokemon can't retreat, the effect can't be applied more than once, and the defending Pokemon, so if I can get out the active, but I need switches for that. He's probably going to have me locked for a while. That's my last Barraskewda, isn't it? So we need Ordinary Rod back. How many Water Energies do I have in deck? 5. So we'll Ordinary Rod for max value on both. So we'll do both here. Put a line of this back in. And get a couple of these back in. Want to keep the Cynthia for next turn because I feel like I'm not bosses next turn. Do we want to NG attach? Probably not. Unless we go to this guy. Because what's he got on the next turn? An Octo Lock. So if I NG attach here, even though my attack costs 1 more, I'm going to do this. Feels so bad to do, but I am going to do it. We're going to retreat to this guy. We're going to use Spiral Jet. Hit out the Marsh Champ. So this gives me an opportunity to attack either way. So if he gets the KO, I'm just 1 NG attachment still from hitting with a Barraskewda. If he doesn't get the KO, which I don't think he will, I think this will be an Octo Lock. I can NG attach here and still get the KO. I've got an NG retrieval. If that stays in play, that's really nice for me. Alright, so he's not even going to Octolock me. So right here, we're just going to NG attach. Sorry, NG attach. Yeah, we will NG attach. Means we're running less energies just a minute. I don't have any other Barraskewdas in deck. Alright, we'll NG retrieval now. We don't need to do too much other than NG attachment here. Nearly tempted to get rid of that Jirachi, but oh well. Spiral Jet. Whack the Grap locked out. We're 1 KO away. Ordinary Rod's handy to be able to put another Barraskewda back. If he doesn't oust the stadium, we actually have game here. Especially with Boss's orders sitting here. Alright, poker comes. What's he got from here? Lycanroc GX. I haven't seen a Lycanroc GX for a long time. These always have abilities. What's this one's ability? When you play as Pokemon Evolved 1, you may discard an NG attached to your opponent's active Pokemon. That's not the end of the world. 30 times the number of NG in your opponent's discard pile. Oh, well, I helped you there. Alright, we've got game here. With Training Court still sitting here, we can just go and pull up one of these guys. So, we might as well show off. We could Oricorio here, get an extra pull. Oh, absolutely insane. We could... We have game. I don't know why I'm doing this. But look how like insane this deck is after they KO one of your Pokemon. That's all I'm really showing off. Is just how much draw you can get. It's literally insane. Haven't used anything yet. And like, you're setting up your next, this is like, if we needed more KOs, we're setting up our next Barraskewda. We've got ourselves a water NG from here. We've got an NG attachment. We can go and get Barraskewda. Then we can go and get this, get maybe a switch for next turn, or even the bull card for next turn. Like, it's absolutely insane how much you can do. And then I'll just boss this up. And then Spiral Jet for the win. But like, look how much that Oricorio makes this deck insane. Absolutely insane after a KO. But GG's. Alright, mulligans. Both of us. Double mulligan for me. Mallow and Lana's not great. I'll have a little bit of a sleep. Oh, I can do something. I don't get why it doesn't just let you mulligan while they're setting up. What a horrible hand. Okay. I'm gonna do this to just start thinning the deck, to be honest. I don't even know if there's another Barraskewda in the deck, to be honest. So we'll go this way, get ourselves Jirachi. There was, so I could have thinned it a little bit more. Marnie for next turn. Alright, passed over. So we are going to have a Barraskewda down. He's got the flare starter start here. Best thing is, these things hit 110, don't they? So it's not getting Barraskewda as a one-shot. So we can't sit in Volkners all day. It's going to have to get these guys up. I mean, if I don't get an attack off here, he is going to have to... Like, he is going to have the... Scratch that. He's got the KO next turn no matter what. If I don't get the KO on him. And I've got Marnie to do it. I'm assuming he'll be going after this guy. But I hope there's no weak guard NG. Interesting, you're going to go to the front line. You're that confident. And hedging the bets here. Barraskewda. That down. So we need water NG and a switch. So we still need a switch. Get Barraskewda here. I feel like we'll wait, because if I miss the switch... Oh no, we've got it. We're good. Alright, water NG. And we have the KO here. Spiral Jet. Hit Volcanion out. Waste of a Vitality Band as well. Now he's going to need a fair bit. Like, he'll need Welder for a start. Believe it or not, I actually need Vitality Band to one-shot these things. I'm two-shotting despite hitting for weakness without Vitality. Okay. Alright, so he hit what he needed to get the KO. Straight back. Do I take the chance and go into Jirachi here? Or do I go the Barraskewda knowing that Peck gets the job done here anyway? I think we go into the Barraskewda knowing that Peck gets the job done here anyway. He does have healing, actually. So Peck doesn't necessarily get the job done. Gonna drop this. Cynthia. Of course we hit switch, don't we? This has to, even though I want to go and get Oricorio. This has to go and get ourselves Barraskewda. No matter what. We're going to make it... So he has to... I'm just worried about the healing that I've seen at the start. I'm going to hit the full 160 there. That's 130 there. So if he's got that healing sitting in hand... It's not going to do as much. It's my second training court gone. No, first training court gone. We need to hit draw off this Jirachi here. There's the Mallow and Lana. Wonder what he's going to go to. This guy? Yeah. So Barraskewda lives. Switch over to Jirachi. Professors. Oh, wow. That's terrible for us. It was a risk I was taking, wasn't it? Alright, we're just going to have to hold. If he's got Welder here, this is so bad. It's a free KO. And I'm only hitting into a 1 prizer just the minute. Unless I get bosses. He's hit Welder. Ouch, that hurts. And I don't necessarily have the KO here yet. We can't go into bosses. I think we have to go into Barraskewda here. We just can't afford to whiff again. Get a 1-1 line of view back. Get a couple of these back. Are we NG attaching here? I think we are, aren't we? Yeah. Or a choreo down. I don't like putting a 2 prizer on the board, but what choice do I have? Just the minute. Of course, so we now finally get the board. We need a vitality band so bad. Alright, the spiral jet. Take out this Volcanion. That's what I mean by Barraskewda being like underpowered. Oh, Vitality Band wasn't even in the deck. That's actually a really good pull here. Be interesting to see if he's got another Mallow and Lana. There's a good chance he does. He's got the Great Potion. I mean, that doesn't save that yet. If we can get rid of this turn, that'd be massive. Going to research, alright. So you need 2 more Great Potions. It's possibly going to try and set up another Volcanion. So trying to find a boss here would be really good. We have to work the Vitality Band turn really well for us. So we do have the, well, should have the KO. In fact, we've got NG Retrieval, so we do. What we're looking for is boss. That's really what we're after, aren't we? So I think we Oricorio first. Let's pull some stuff out of the deck. Before we put anything back in the deck, we do get ourselves a boss in hand, which is really good for us. We'll Ordinary Rod now. I'm really worried about getting hand disrupted next. Do I want to put more water energies back in the deck? I mean, I've got them all in hand at the moment. That's the danger. So I think we will. Even though I am a little bit worried about hand disruption. Going to drop Jirachi and Mew down. The Vitality Band is super important to us. But I don't want to show him that I've got it at the moment. Because that might change how we place. So we'll just Spiral Jet. There is a huge chance of hand disruption here. An absolute massive chance. We'll see if he's got the stamp or something. I feel like he doesn't have Welder, otherwise I feel like Volcanion would have been showing himself here. Greens, if this stamps me, No stamp. Fire Crystal, Great Potion. Okay. So as it stands, we have game. So keep in mind that he's able to go and get whatever he wants, but that's going to be after the fact. So yeah, we have game. Awesome. And this is the reason why I didn't want to show that I had Vitality Band. Because I think right now he thinks... I mean, I've got boss. He knows I've got boss. In fact, he couldn't go to Volcanium for that reason. He had to try and... Either he didn't have Stamp in hand... But we've got him. So we actually need a tool attachment to get the one shot while hitting for weakness. It's absolutely insane that. But GG's. Alright. I think we're up against lightning, which does not bode well. And depending on what we actually start in the active, this could be disastrous going first. Alright, we'll give him an extra couple of cards. I mean, if it's lightning, it's likely Pigarom. And I do find Pigarom decks are a little bit slow, so they need the extra help at the start of the match. So giving him an extra couple of cards, you know, makes sense. I'm a nice guy. Yeah, Pigarom. Suspicions were true, but we're correct. Are we really ditching a boss's orders? I think we are. We're probably going to need Mew, and it's prized. Awesome. We're probably losing both bosses' orders, which is bad. I mean, there's a potential Marnie coming, but we'll see. It's not a great start if I have to lose both bosses' orders turn one, like at the start of the game, because I might need to gust something to try and keep in this match. The other real bad thing is I don't have Mew available right now, which means the Pigarom's GX attack is really scary. Oh, we got Toxtricity. Toxtricity VMAX. Okay. Still losing both bosses feels bad. I mean, this isn't going to need your poison effects for this match. So the fact that he's wasting his time getting a Trubbish feels alright. Putting that in the active. Hopefully allows me to get a nice big hit into him. Might leave Vitality Band for someone else at a different time. Actually thinking of putting water energies into my bin here. This makes sense because I'm able to NG attach, like so. Training Court, then Professors. Don't have a switch at the moment, which is really bad. I don't know if I've got another Barraskewda, to be honest. I'm actually not attacking this turn no matter what. Running Marnie next turn feels bad, but we've got Oricorio that we can potentially drop to help with that. Grab ourselves that NG out. Fortunately, we're not hitting in turn 2, which is real bad for us. So we have the KO here. Assuming this will go and get the Toxicity VMAX. Yep. So it's 330 damage. This guy's not going to make a oh, 320. This guy's not going to make a difference. We're 3-shotting no matter what. We need to try and get rid of the Thunder Mountain. Missing the turn 1 attack is probably going to cost us the game, sadly. Really is probably going to cost us the game. Then we have to Marnie here, we've got no choice. Do we? We actually don't. Because we've got the attack, but leaving this Thunder Mountain here feels bad. I don't know Marnie. There's plenty in the deck that can get us 2 NG cards. Go and get ourselves another Barraskewda. Get Jirachi down for next turn. Or a Choreo pull. There's the NG cards. Do we not have any NGs in the bin? No, we didn't. We're not ousting the stadium this turn, but at least we're getting an attack off. If he's got healing in the deck, this is going to be really painful. I feel like we might be just jumping into Barraskewda at this stage. Like just straight into a Barraskewda and using Fisherman on this turn. Gets us 3 NG cards back. You could flip over to the Zapdos here. If he's got too many Zapdoses or things like that, it could be a real problem. But what this allows him to do is set up this guy as well, so I have to effectively take 7 prizes. And no boss's orders left really hurts. I think we're just going to have to do this. Got no choice. Oh, of course I top deck a board. Ah well. We'll drop that down. Am I Cynthiaing here? Nah, I think I'm using Fisherman off of this one. Yeah, we'll use Fisherman off this one. Dance the Ancients as our draw for the turn. Fisherman. Got that many NGs in hand now. Just Spiral Jet. And this is where you suddenly start to see the underpowered nature of this damage. So he'll retreat out to the Zappy here. And he's going to force me to take 7 prizes. Boss's orders. Oh, he's got the 2 prize card turn. The underpowered nature of the deck. So now he's only 2 prize cards away. He'll have the next one on the Zappy. I mean, you could argue maybe the playing, I mean, he only needs 2 more KOs, so right now we've got everything that we can have. We don't have any boss's orders available, which sucks. I don't think there's honestly anything that's useful to us, to be honest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've got a ton of water NGs, but that's not going to be all that useful. But we might as well get a ton of water NGs out. So we have the KO here. I actually need to get rid of this stadium when I think about it. I think that has to be my next turn, is trying to get rid of this stadium. The fact that this can attack off of 2 NGs as well is real bad. Can it get a KO? Not quite. Not without an E-power, which this would be running. Plus it's got Tapu Koko. We're just so outpowered by this deck. Like, outgunned by it. And this is where you look at power creep. For this to be effective, we would have to have this hitting 150. Which I don't know why it doesn't, to be honest. If they're going to power creep these HP this high, like 150 is not even 2-shot. You'd actually have to hit Vitality Band twice to be at the KO. So why isn't it at 150? That's honestly the question. Like, why is it not at 150? It's ridiculous that it's not, because I'm still in a 3-shot away. So he's going to be able to tingly return here. Or just static shot for the KO. And it doesn't really matter. There's nothing I can do at this point, so just outpowered. So well played. It's a fun deck, but it is going to be outpowered by, you know, the meta. So GG's to my opponent. GG's. And it is time to give you my final thoughts on the decks. This Barraskewda then. It was actually a lot more fun than I thought it would be. So I remember like looking at this when set released. 1 NG attachment, 130, but you've also got to get 2 water NGs into your hand to pull that off. So essentially sort of 3 NGs if you want to think about it that way. There's going to be a lot to be able to pull it off, but it was a lot easier to be able to pull off than I thought it would be, and a lot of fun to do so as well. So the Capacious Buckets, Energy Retrieval, Fisherman, the Stadium, plus having an Oricorio here, which we'll talk about a bit more as well, to be able to draw into every time they KO a guy, and the Jirachis. Like, there's a lot going for this deck to be able to pull this off every single turn, and it was amazing how often you could just continue pulling this little combo off. Having said that, when you're playing this, you're going to have to accept that there's going to be games that you just lose, not because you're outplayed or anything like that, but simply because it's just outgunned. I mean, 130, if you were talking a year ago, this would have been like, wow, this is insane. But there's like just Pokemon running everywhere with 300 plus HP, which you're 3-shotting and 4-shotting when they, you know, use a Mallow and Lana switch or something like that. Yeah, it's going to be games that you just outclassed, like outgunned, and that sucks for it. But there's still fun to be had here if you're looking for something just a little bit different, and you're going to accept that you're going to be outgunned at times. Oricorio is an interesting one. I love the Oricorio in this deck, but it also sucks having a 2-prize card easy pick off, seeing in the back line. So it's, I guess, risk for reward. The reward in this, I think, outweighs the risks of it, and you're going to have that picked off at times. It's going to feel super bad when it happens. But yeah, it's an absolute nuts card for this deck, and I think it's an absolute essential for it. The 2 bosses orders, I think, is absolutely essential as well, because you're outgunned at the best of times, and being able to pick off something in the back line, whether they've retreated to the back line to try and protect a multi-prize card Pokemon, or it's the last attack for game and you need the boss's orders to be able to get the numbers, you need to have a couple of them just to pick them off through the game. The Vitality Band was actually also really important in certain matches, like, you know, to be able to hit that 270 number that you need, whether you're hitting for weakness, you actually need the Vitality Band to do that. Or whether you're not even hitting for weakness and you just need a Vitality Band to hit 140 for 1 turn, that was absolutely crucial as well. But there is fun to be had here. You're going to lose games from being outpowered at different times, outgunned, but there's certainly fun to be had here. So for my fun rating, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, and certainly a deck that I enjoyed playing more than I thought I would. But that's all for me. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Until the next one, I'll catch you later.